You're leaving?
Yeah. You know, I knew you weren't ready to be a parent again. To be a husband again. I just so wanted to believe.
Please, Nina, just hear me out.
I can't wipe the slate clean, Matteo. I can't do that to our son.
It was a poor choice of words.
It was horrific. You really connected with Scott. When he died, you just shut down. I had to stand there and watch you do that. Did you talk to his wife? What were you afraid of? I loved you so much, Matteo. I loved the man you used to be. But he's never coming back. And this child needs a family, not a coward.
Hello.
Getting Emma to go back to the creche was...
No big deal.
It was to me.
Well, like I said, I'm happy to help.
I can't remember the last time I made her laugh the way you did.
I can always teach you the spider song. Anyway, listen. Everything that you've been through in the last few months, with Jasmine, with Guy, you just carried on because that's just what you do. But sometimes you have to just step off, regroup. Have you thought about taking any time off? Or maybe you should.
So, I was thinking... Oh, sorry. I can come back if...
No, I was just leaving.
You okay? I heard you lost a patient. I'm sorry.
Nina's pregnant.
Oh, I see.
She's moving to Amsterdam. It's my fault.
Well, I'm sure it's not as simple as that.
It is, believe me.
Can I, If I've learnt anything at all about loss, it's this. You can't run away from it. You can't ignore it. You just have to look it dead in the eye and let it do its worst.
I'm not sure I can.
Well, it might take a while. You'll find your feet again.
Miss Naylor? I missed a call during the surgery. My colleague had to deal with it.
And?
She did a very good job.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that.
I just spoke with my client. He's an asylum seeker. He can stay with his family now.
32 is very young to have a clot, like you had. There's every chance it developed because you've been pushing yourself too hard.
I was 12 when I came to this country as a refugee. If it wasn't for people giving up their time to help me, I never would have been able to stay. This isn't just a job for me. I have a duty to do this.
You have a duty to keep yourself alive. Learn to delegate.
Okay. And really, thank you.
just can't keep away from me, can't you? Hi.
I was just passing.
Oh, come here, So, I think, I might be wrong, but I think there might be a new romance developing on Darwin.
Between who?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Why not?
Well, just to annoy you.
Tell me.
Yeah. Ow!
Don't mind me.
Raph thinks he's spotted a new romance developing up here, but he won't tell me who's involved, and I just don't think that's acceptable.
Oh, I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said for discretion.
We were just, Bye.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Nina. I'm sorry. That's right.
So, I hear Tenerife's nicest time of year.
What?
Tenerife, for a bit of winter sun. You know, if you're thinking about taking a break, like we spoke about earlier. Are you all right? Sorry.
I don't need a break. I'm fine.
But what happened today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said...
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. I'm sorry.
You know, for someone with such a demanding job, you seem to have an awful lot of time for sticking your nose into other people's business.
I don't blame you for having me investigated. Now I understand why you didn't trust me. I was running away. From you. From everything.
When we lost Miko, I felt like I lost you as well.
I'm so sorry, Nina. When you needed me the most, I failed you. And I'll never forgive myself for that. Never. But I don't want to run away anymore. I want to feel everything. It wasn't us that was broken, you know. It was me. This boy. Our boy. It's right here. There is no wiping the slate clean. It's part of me. Part of us. And I never want that to change.
Hi.
So you're gonna help?
Well, I hope so.
So where do we begin?
Not like that. I could never do that to Rick. I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
Jeremy, you're grieving.
You think I don't know that?
No, I just think maybe that's what you should focus on right now, instead of Rick. He's a bereavement counsellor. Comes highly recommended.
Okay, my mum's dead, and no amount of counselling is going to bring her back. Making sure the man responsible for her death is held accountable is all I have. Do you not understand that?
I just think sometimes grief can be very powerful and it can make people do things that aren't helpful or healthy, and you don't even know that it's Rick's fault.
Of course I do. Like, how can you be so naive?
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Like, Donna, listen to me.
Please, let go.
Please.
You're hurting me.
Like, I need you by my side. Do you not understand?
Jeremy, let go of me!
You said you would help,
Jeremy,
Donna!
let her go right now! Right now!
You see, when this is all over, you're going to see Rick Griffin for what he really is. A fraud. A killer.
You don't have the first clue about Rick or what it takes to do this job. You have no idea.
Stuart.
The sacrifices that we make, the pressure day after day, and what that does to you. And yet we still carry on. We still come back to help people just like you.
Oh, do you want sympathy?
No, I want you out of here.
Jack, don't!
This woman threatened me.
Get him out of the hospital.
Big mistake.
Beautiful.
What's that for?
No reason. Are you heading home?
Finally,
Mind if I walk you to your car?
if you like.
So, how did it go?
No, don't ask. I don't want to have to relive it just yet.
Well, we'll have to find something else to talk about then. Dogs or cats?
As a topic for conversation, or
Well, are you more a dog person or a cat person?
dogs all the way, for their loyalty.
Exactly.
So Ollie doesn't mind covering for you.
Here's what you call a good friend.
And how is your Dutch these days?
Rust.
Rusty.
It'll all come back when we get there. Let me say it again. New life, new hope.
You're sure about this?
About this, about everything.